So children, you can see the heading sewage treatment. If you see that the whole treatment procedure is divided into two categories, actually it is three: primary, secondary and tertiary. Tertiary is not there in your syllabus, but I'll be giving you some idea about that. But most importantly, you have to undergo all the important keywords that I have mentioned for primary and secondary. The question has a worth of 2 to 5 marks depending upon how it is asked, right? You may be asked to draw the flowchart, or you may be asked to explain the whole procedure. So in that case, if you see, this is the primary treatment. In primary treatment, two things could be done. The sewage, the wastewater, might be having some heavier components like sand, pebbles, grit, right? These settle at the bottom, and some lightweight impurities like plastic bags, polythene, or straws, anything which is floating on the surface. So primary treatment is basically about the filtration of the floating impurities and the sedimentation of those heavier impurities like sand, soil, grit, pebbles, and etc. Once these physical impurities are gone, we are not talking about the organic waste here. We are just talking about those physical impurities which are either floating on the surface or they are settled at the bottom, right? After filtration and sedimentation, this whole effluent, the water which is going to enter the secondary treatment, is known as an effluent. Now, this effluent is actually sent to a large aeration tank. Now, what is the speciality of this aeration tank? It's a shallow water reservoir, but it is continuously agitated or stirred. I mean, it keeps on rotating, moving, the way we stir the squash or the juice at home, right? So, stirring or agitation is the key feature of this aeration tank. Why we are calling it aeration tank? Because continuous stirring actually infuses the air bubbles into the water, right? So this effluent, when comes into the large aeration tank and undergoes continuous agitation, actually uh, is equipped with much of air bubbles inside, and these air bubbles will be supporting the growth of microbes, the multiplication of microbes present in the effluent. I have written the word growth of flocks. Now, flock means the bacterial colonies which are formed after multiplication of bacteria, along with some fungal filaments which are present. Earlier they were present in the form of spores, and now due to that aeration tank and the air that they have received, due to that the bacterial multiplication and the fungal filaments, they just mix up to form a meshy network which becomes slightly heavier too, and this meshy network is known as flock, right? Once this flock is formed, then the whole water is transferred to the settling tank. Why? Because the flocks are heavier. These are multiplied bacteria and the fungal filaments. So they will settle at the bottom in the settling tank, and the top water, which is now supposed to be clean, it is released into the water bodies, right? And whatever flock which was settled at the bottom, you may call it activated sludge, because these are multiplied bacteria and fungal filaments, so they can be used further either in the biogas plant. I mean, it's just like using a pinch or a sample of this activated sludge as an inoculum, right? Inoculum means just the way when you are uh, settling a curd formation process, at that time you just add some of the curd so that the whole milk turns into curd. So that little bit of curd you have added initially is actually an inoculum. Similarly here, the activated sludge or flock which was settled at the bottom in the settling tank, this activated sludge can be used as a small inoculum again in the aeration tank so that the bacteria can multiply again, or it may be used in the biogas plant, because in biogas plant too we need the bacterial action, right children? I have added a picture here. If you can see, this is the picture from Balaji. If you have it, you must be knowing about this picture, but those who don't have, that's why I have added it here. If you can see that this was the sewage waste, it goes for first of all the primary filtration, and this primary filtration involves filtration, that is the floating debris, and second one is the sedimentation, that is the heavier debris, grit, soil, pebbles, and etc. After these physical impurities are removed, the effluent is transferred to the large aeration tank. Now, what is the speciality of this aeration tank? The water in this tank is continuously agitated or stirred. You may also write the term stirred, right? So, agitated or stirred. This agitation or stirring actually allows the involvement of air into the effluent, and this air would be promoting the growth of microbial masses. This microbe can be a bacteria or it may be a fungus, right? So once the air is included in this aeration tank, this will be promoting the growth of microbes, and now these colonies of microbes are known as flocks, right? These flocks would be transferred to the settling tank. This settling tank is meant for the heavier flocks to be sedimented down, and the top water, you call it effluent, it is released into the natural water body. Now, what will you do out of these sedimented flocks? These are activated multiplied bacteria, so you can use them as an inoculum again for in the aeration tank, or you may also use it in the digester, right children? So this flow chart will be helping you much. If ever the question is asked and you are explaining with the help of this flow chart, you will be provided marks, let me tell you. Another thing is, at the end you can see that it is written reduction in BOD level. Now I will be discussing BOD separately, so just allow me to do that. I have written here BOD, that's a biochemical oxygen demand. Sometimes it is also written as a biological oxygen demand, one and the same thing. Children, what does this BOD means? Here the full forms should be known. BOD is biochemical oxygen demand, and sometimes the word DO is also used. That DO is dissolved oxygen in the water. Dissolved oxygen, right? You will be defining it as the amount of oxygen required by the living organisms in the water body for normal biological processes. So all the aquatic organisms or the microbes which are present in the water body, they find the dissolved oxygen in the water sufficient for their processes. That means that basically what happens, that when the water becomes impure, polluted with the organic waste, in that case, to decompose that organic waste, the microbes have to multiply very speedily by consuming the dissolved oxygen, and this will lead to the overall depletion of dissolved oxygen, and this overall depletion of dissolved oxygen will be making a scarcity for the aquatic animals to breathe, right? There was a question once in boards that why the BOD of polluted water is high, right? So in that case, you just have to write, because polluted water contains much of organic waste which is supposed to be decomposed by microbial action, and for that much microbes are needed, and their multiplication consumes much of dissolved oxygen, thereby causing a scarcity of oxygen for other animals, right children? So biochemical oxygen demand, please prepare it as a definition, and also understand why BOD increases. BOD increases because this demand basically is increasing. Why? Because the organisms are not finding dissolved oxygen in water sufficient for their survival. And why this dissolved oxygen is insufficient? Because the water was polluted with organic waste, and to decompose that organic waste, the microbes had to multiply at a higher speed, and this consumed much of O2 for their multiplication, right children? So this particular video is all about the sewage treatment, including primary and secondary. And the tertiary one, I'm just letting you know, tertiary treatment includes the treatment of turbidity of water. That means the physical appearance of water and the dissolved oxygen and the minerals which are present in the water naturally, are they enough, are they sufficient, I mean the composition of water is maintained there. That's the tertiary treatment, but you have to prepare only up till secondary treatment. Right, children? So I'm concluding this video here, and I'll be proceeding with the next video.